Morning all, how you doing and all that? How you going? Oh dear, what a day, eh? Fucking hell. Absolutely pissing it down with rain. Once again, another shitty day. Oh no, unbelievable what we've got here. Take that out of there. I want that. I definitely need that. I want that too. Right. Thursday today, yes. We're almost at the end of the week again. I'm telling you now, I'm wishing my fucking life away. When I got back home yesterday and I pulls up to where I park my car, which is on my garden, but I go to the back of my house, and there's a car parked on the footpath blocking my drive. I managed to get on by, squiggling around a little bit, but I got there. But I also noticed that it looked like somebody drove a transit van of some type with those twin wheels on the axle down my garden, and wheels spun on it and chewed all the garden up. Let's just say I'm not a fucking happy bunny today, and neither was I yesterday. Fucking seething. The problem is that people assume that grass, my lawn, is council, but it's not. It's private. It's mine. I own the fucking thing. Well, the bank does, but you know what I mean. And I tried to do my best to keep it down and keep it tidy and what have you. And I did through last year. I mean, it was really smart. And then obviously the Virgin Media came along and chewed all the fucking garden up with their fucking diggers and what have you, digging the cables down for the Virgin Media cables. Have I got any compensation for it? Have I? Fuck. Didn't even fucking ask. Wankers. 19, 18. It is the 19th today, isn't it? Is it 19th or 18th today? It's the 18th today. Is that right? Oh, I'm missing a day here. 13, 14. Hang on a minute. It's the 15th today, you bloody bell end. 15th today. Where have I got 19 from? It's the 15th today. I have no idea. Oh well, never mind, eh? You see, what I always dream of is if I could win the lottery, right, or at least enough, right, I would put a brick wall all the way around my garden's edge, right, and with a gate for my car, and have my curb dropped so I could actually drive on, and it would fuck them all off. Oh my god, it would piss so many people off, it'd be untrue. And would I be bothered? No. You see, I don't mind the neighbours are along my, because it's one of those ones where there's houses across here, there's a footpath that runs in front of their houses, then it's my garden, and my house faces that way, and my garden goes all the way around the front of my house and up the back of it, like, you know. Now, I wouldn't mind, right, and I've said to them before, the ones that live across this edgeway, right, no bother, right, if you want to bring your car down, right, as long as it's not pissing it down of rain, because if it's pissing it down of rain, what happens? The ground gets soggy, right, and it gets soft. And of course, if you drive a vehicle down there, you're going to fucking sink into the ground and fuck my garden up. If it's dry, then not a bother, I'm quite happy, but not fucking transit vans, which weigh fucking God knows how many tons, chewing me fucking garden up. It's just total disrespect. That's what it is. They just don't care. They don't give a fuck about the consequences that they do. They just go on about it. But that's the kind of society we live in. They don't give a fuck about anybody else as long as they're alright, Jack. You know what I mean? That's all it fucking matters. It pisses me off, it does. Fucking no end it pisses me off. Fucking, it's like a never-ending battle, right? But like I've said before, there ain't no cure for stupid or arrogance. Just fucking, just out and out selfishness it is. It doesn't like boxing. But why? I mean, it isn't a fucking through road. It's my garden. I keep it tidy. There's a fucking tree in it. I mean, but they still drive down the fucker. It just, oh, I don't know, it just fucking pisses me off. But unfortunately, well, I'm a poor pauper and I can't afford to have a brick wall built. Well, trust me, I fucking would. Without a doubt, I would have a fucking wall built. Don't worry, it'd be a human-friendly wall, right? And I say that because you can't have where there's going to be people walking about and kiddies playing, whatever. You can't have sharp-edged brick corners, right? Because somebody will purposely fall on it and go, "Oh, I've hurt myself, suing you, suing you." So what you do, you see, you have rounded edges, like, you know what I mean, and rounded tops, like, you know, all the corners all rounded, like, you know. You do all that sort of shit, and then that way, there's no problem, is there? I've already got it planned out, but the problem is the plan will never come to fruition because I just can't fucking afford it. Even down to the elaborate, where I'd have it all bricked up, and where my back garden is, because it's level with it, I'd have an electric gate that comes from behind that wall and just goes bzzz, and then fucking blocks a lot off. Fuck 'em. What about a fire, Jace? Tough shit. The fucking thing will have to burn down. That's how much I care about the fucking arseholes who just have no respect for anybody else's property. Fuck them. They don't deserve it, as far as I'm concerned. Another thing that annoys me as well is there's a certain neighbour that lives in that area, right, sort of by my garden, and they let the dogs out in the morning, out the front door, to run around the street, and they shit on my garden. And then they fetch them back in again after they've run around the street shitting on everybody. I mean, they don't do it on my garden all the time, but that's what they do, because they don't want the mess in their back garden. So they leave it to anybody else to fucking do. People like that don't deserve animals, that's what I say. If you can't look after them fucking properly, you shouldn't have them. That's the reason why I haven't got a dog. Well, not the only reason. The main reason is because I'm fucking allergic to them. But I wouldn't have a dog because I wouldn't like to be picking up shit after it, so no way, fuck that game of soldiers. So that I haven't got that responsibility, I don't do it. I don't have a dog. Don't have a cat. Wouldn't want a fucking cat. Because even them little fuckers are shitting all over my bloody garden. I even caught one of them spraying up my fucking car. I had the car fucking couple of days, and this fucking little thing spraying up the side of me. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Fuck off. I feel like buying one of those really long fucking like cattle prods, you know what I mean? Fucking that'd be ace, that, wouldn't it? Huh? Fuck me, yes, that'd be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I always wondered if there's any kind of like some sort of anti-cat and anti-dog spray, right? And what I'd do, where these people, right, who I know who they are, I would spray across the edge of their garden, like their footpath, whatever, as they come out the front door, and I'd spray it all across there like that. So as soon as they let the dog out or the cat come out, they go, "What the fuck?" turn tail and fuck off back in the house and go all over the fucking floor in their house. And I would love that. It'd be fucking awesome, wouldn't it? Oh dear. At the end of the day, right, the fact that we still have to suffer this kind of crap through society, where people just have total disrespect for one another, it's a sad world we live in, really, when you think about it. It's not fair. I mean, we all have to share this fucking place, like, you know what I mean? But we still can't get along. We take everything for granted. It's always want. But you never think about the consequences of anybody else, you know, in your way, if you like. And it's like, well, fuck it, you know what I mean? I want that. Fuck that bloke out there, you know what I mean? But the thing is, though, what happens is if you do something and it's disrupting somebody else, realistically, that is being selfish. It really is. It's just being selfish and a twat. I don't know. But me personally, I like to try and be. I mean, I don't like being taken advantage of. That's a granted. But I try to be as helpful as I can. And like I say, regarding my garden, when the neighbours who live across the edge of my garden, because that's their front door which comes onto the little footpath, if they want to bring their car down to maybe take something big out or anything because it's a bit far to walk because they're too lazy, then I say fine, not a problem. But when the ground is damp, wet, or fucking chucking in a rain, now because you're just going to chew it all up, you'll start to wheel spin and get stuck, and then you'll fuck my garden up. But no, they don't give a fuck. So that's the reason why I would like to have a brick wall built down there that'll fuck them all off. Oh yes. Then you'll have to fucking walk your shit around, won't you? Oh man. It just ain't fair. It just isn't fair at all. Well, that's my fucking rant and rave of today. Right, and yeah. Oh, I don't fucking know. But it plays on my mind, and that's a problem. It really gets me het up inside, like, because I don't lash out and start fucking smashing shit up. I bottle it all in, and the frustration heats up inside me, and that's how I get fucking depressed and have anxiety and get fed up, and because of other people's actions, because they don't think, you see, how it's going to affect somebody else. And you know, if you're trying your best for what you can do to make something, you know, nice-ish, right? I know the inside of my house isn't exactly the fucking Ritz, you know what I mean? But hey, I try to keep the garden as clean as I possibly can. I come home the one day and there's the back bit, which is open again to the footpath. There's a can of oil on it, looks like a 3 litre maybe, or 5 litre bottle, just chucked on my garden. There's a plank of wood just chucked on there. You know what I mean? And those are the sort of things that they just chip away and they chip away and they chip away, and you feel like just getting out with a big fucking iron bar and smashing fucking everything up in front of you. But you can't, because you're a sane person, you know what I mean? And the only problem is, if you did retaliate, it'd be you that ends up in the fucking clink, right? Because at the end of the day, those cunts that decide to fuck everything up for you, they get away with it. But because you've retaliated with too much fucking force or what have you, you get done. And they get away scot-free. They don't care about how this has come to pass. It's just the fact that, oh, you did something you shouldn't have done. He's now got a broken arm, or he's got a caved in skull. That poor fucker's dead now because... But the thing is, obviously you can't do that. But you know what I mean. It just, some people can like turn around and say like, enough's enough, and if you don't pack it in, I'm gonna knock you straight out, like, you know what I mean. But there's other people out there like myself that won't do that. They'll just suffer it and suffer it and suffer it. And that's the way it goes, unfortunately. And that's pretty much what I do. I have to suffer it and suffer it and suffer it. And but if I could change my situation, and I could move somewhere, I would definitely move where I don't have neighbours. That is a fucking given, right? A detached house where there's nobody around me, right? Granted, there's somebody, as long, you know, say they're about, I don't know, 500 yards away from me, then fine, that's as close as I'd like them to be, like, you know what I mean? Because at least they can't fucking interfere with shit then, can they? Because where I live, literally all the areas are all crammed in and you seem to be on top of one another all the fucking time. And there's, there's far too many cars around that area, and it's just a complete cluttered mess, it really is. And to be honest with you, the whole area, it's run down. It is. It's an absolute fucking eyesore. My house is an eyesore, to be fair, but when I try my best, but I just can't afford to do anything with it. Can't afford it. But what I can do is cut the fucking lawn and keep it tidy. And I have many a time, just because of the fact that people do abuse it when it's down and it's nice and tidy. Obviously the kids will be playing on it like they're using it as a fucking football pitch, which I've told them before, that's fine, not a problem, I don't mind, but don't kick the fucking ball up the wall. And then what do? Kick the fucking ball up the wall. So then it's like, fuck off, there's a green up there, go and play up there. Because children are stupid, they don't listen. But hey, whatever. We've all been there, haven't we? I'm going to go because I'm going to get on with my job today and then whatever. You never know, if there's something else interesting, I might show you. It just depends. If not, I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow's Friday. And I'm off on Monday because I've got my medical to do. So, yeah, have a nice long weekend. Cool. See you later. I've moaned enough. Ta-da. Enjoy. Oh.